There is a conventional wisdom, we hear it in the rhetoric, we hear it in the discussions about the Farm Bill, that these subsidies are intended to save the family farm. Family farms are really who these are targeted at. Farms are at an unfavorable financial position relative to other businesses. We just looked at the balance sheet and we see that that's not necessarily the case. There's a perception that farms have lower incomes and less wealth, that they're highly leveraged, they have very low returns to equity, that farm earnings are immensely more risky than other small businesses who have to operate in the economy tend to realize, that farm businesses fail at a higher rate than non-farm businesses. We often hear that these subsidies are intended to be rural development mechanisms to help rural communities. An issue that the WTO is really disciplining what the Farm Bill turns out to be. That's something we hear less and less about, I think, but it's still in the background. And then there's an idea that farm policy is mainly about resource and environmental conservation. In fact, just to present you with some numbers, and these don't get updated as often as I would like. I looked at them, but you still get the general idea. This is a comparison of incomes of farm households relative to all households in the U.S. economy. And agricultural households, on average, take the median, whatever statistic you want to look at, but the central tendency is that they're doing quite well. Yes, there is more risk, year-to-year volatility, but farm households have had higher incomes sustained over the last several years relative to all households in the economy. In terms of wealth, you get a similar picture, but it's actually quite exaggerated beyond that. Farms, we've seen a huge run-up in asset values, land values in agriculture, and farm households tend to be, on average, immensely wealthier than non-farm households. And you see that the percentage of farms that are in a high-income, high-wealth category is quite substantial relative to the whole pool of farms that are out there.